Game theory is a theoretical framework for conceiving social situations among competing players. In some respects, game theory is the science of strategy, or at least the optimal decision-making of independent and competing actors in a strategic setting. Game theory is used in various fields to lay out various situations and predict their most likely outcomes. Businesses may use it, for example, to set prices, decide whether to acquire another firm, and determine how to handle a lawsuit. The key pioneers of game theory were mathematician John von Neumann and economist Oscar Morgenstern in the 1940s. Mathematician John Nash is regarded by many as providing the first significant extension of the von Neumann and Morgenstern work. Game theory tries to understand the strategic actions of two or more players in a given situation containing set rules and outcomes. Anytime we have a situation with two or more players that involves known payouts or quantifiable consequences, we can use game theory to help determine the most likely outcomes. Game theory has a wide range of applications, including psychology, evolutionary biology, war, politics, economics, and business. Despite its many advances, game theory is still a young and developing science. Nash equilibrium is an outcome reached that, once achieved, means no player can increase payoff by changing decisions unilaterally. It can also be thought of as no regrets, in the sense that once a decision is made, the player will have no regrets concerning decisions considering the consequences. The Nash equilibrium is reached over time, in most cases. However, once the Nash equilibrium is reached, it will not be deviated from. Generally, there can be more than one equilibrium in a game. However, this usually occurs in games with more complex elements than two choices by two players. In simultaneous games that are repeated over time, one of these multiple equilibria is reached after some trial and error. Game theory is present in almost every industry or field of research. Game theory brought about a revolution in economics by addressing crucial problems in prior mathematical economic models. For instance, neoclassical economics struggled to understand entrepreneurial anticipation and could not handle the imperfect competition. Economists often use game theory to understand oligopoly firm behavior. It helps to predict likely outcomes when firms engage in certain behaviors, such as price fixing and collusion. In business, game theory is beneficial for modeling competing behaviors between economic agents. Businesses often have several strategic choices that affect their ability to realize economic gain. For example, businesses may face dilemmas such as whether to retire existing products and develop new ones or employ new marketing strategies. Businesses can often choose their opponent as well. Whether external or internal, companies are always competing for resources, attempting to hire the best candidates away from rivals, and gather the attention of customers away from competing goods. Cooperative game theory deals with how coalitions, or cooperative groups, interact when only the payoffs are known. It is a game between coalitions of players rather than between individuals, and it questions how groups form and how they allocate the payoff among players. Non-cooperative game theory deals with how rational economic agents deal with each other to achieve their own goals. The most common non-cooperative game is the strategic game, in which only the available strategies and the outcomes that result from a combination of choices are listed. When there is a direct conflict between multiple parties striving for the same outcome, it is often called a zero-sum game. This means that for every winner, there is a loser. Alternatively, it means that the collective net benefit received is equal to the collective net benefit lost. A non-zero-sum game is one in which all participants can win or lose at the same time. Consider business partnerships that are mutually beneficial and foster value for both entities. Instead of competing and attempting to win, both parties benefit. The prisoner's dilemma is the most well-known example of game theory. The biggest issue with game theory is that, like most other economic models, it relies on the assumption that people are rational actors that are self-interested and utility-maximizing. Game theory cannot account for the fact that in some situations we may fall into a Nash equilibrium, and other times not, depending on the social context and who the players are. Game theory often struggles to factor in human elements. Game theory may analyze a set of behaviors, but it cannot truly forecast the human element. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you for watching.